Good morning, everyone. My name is Isabelle Desteller, and as your dean, I'm so happy to welcome you to this virtual graduation celebration for our spring 2020 graduate. This is a very unusual time. It has prevented us from celebrating in your graduation in the usual way, but it doesn't mean that we can't celebrate. In fact, I hope you're taking some time to reflect on this important milestone, to take pride in the fact that you are now university graduates, and that is a big deal. Before we begin, I'd like to say thank you to Dr. Gillian Shepherd. So you've heard that she's a wonderful musician. She's also a music instructor. She teaches in our faculty. She's our educational support coordinator for our MBA in social enterprise and entrepreneurship program. So thank you very much, Gillian. I'd like to welcome all of those who are watching from home. And it's a great feeling, to know that we're this community together this morning. So in addition to our graduates, we have instructors, faculty, staff members, hopefully parents and friends. Through your guidance and support, you really have played a role in getting our students here today. We thank you for that, and we celebrate today's achievement with all of you. So this spring, we have 292 graduates from our undergraduate and graduate programs. And today, yes, that's the day you were scheduled to walk across the stage. It is a very special day. Whether it's your first degree or you're celebrating a second or a third, achieving a university degree, that's a significant milestone. It represents hundreds, thousands of hours of hard work. Remember these assignments, paper, group meetings, a presentation. You really have earned the right to celebrate today. You have put a lot of time into your studies, often balancing family, work, volunteering, and also sometimes some personal challenges. So on behalf of the Faculty of Business Administration, I'd like to say that we really are proud of you. Today, we hope both to recognize your achievement and offer you some fun and entertainment. So you'll hear from some fellow graduates. We have Matthew Rasky, Jennifer Marlowe, Hannah Wiseman, and Jenny Mallard. And we're pleased to welcome two other special guests. Matt Wright is a 2011 graduate of our commerce program who has forged a career as a stand-up comedian, a writer, an actor, and director. You're going to hear from him a little bit later, and we like to say that he's a great example that you can do anything with a business degree. I'm also very pleased to welcome Alan Doyle. Alan earned a arts degree from Memorial in '92. He is, of course, one of Newfoundland and Labrador's most celebrated singer, songwriter, as well as actor, best-selling author. And I like to add that, Alan is also a very good businessman. Before we get to them, I am pleased to welcome our first special guest. Dr. Vian Timmons joined Memorial as our new president in April, and this spring would have been her first convocation ceremonies with us. Dr. Timmons is awesome. She really leads us from a distance, remotely, and she does that extremely well. She is Memorial's 13th president and vice chancellor, and first female president. So, of course, we're very happy with that. She grew up in Newfoundland in Labrador and spent her early career teaching in Alberta and British Columbia. Before coming to Memorial, she was president and vice chancellor at the University of Regina for 11 years. Please welcome Dr. Timmons.
Dr. Timmons, you're on mute. Here you go.
Oh, sorry. I was muted and I didn't unmute myself. Thank you. Thank you, Dean. I want to acknowledge the participants that are here, faculty, staff, graduate, friends, and family watching live stream. Also want to congratulate the Faculty of Business Administrators class of 2020. Well done. Good job. I'm blushing a bit because I didn't unmute myself. The challenges of technology. I want to also thank the performers who are joining you today, who are all here to cheer you on. You know, I would love to do this in person, and I know we can't, but I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to wish you the best as you launch your careers. And I know how proud your family and friends are of all of you. And while this is a celebration, I promise you when we get the all clear, it will be great because you will be getting an invitation to attend convocation in person. So this is a critical time, not only in our province, but around the globe. As the world seeks to rebuild after the pandemic, we will need people who can find solutions, who can think creatively, and who are motivated to make a difference in the world. You are those people, and you will lead us into the future. Our organizations and communities are depending on you to find a way forward in a post-pandemic world. Already we're seeing many people question whether a return to status quo is what the world needs. Indeed, you will help us find the new normal, one that will protect the vulnerable, boost healthy communities, and in which every person tries to make a positive difference as socially responsible global citizens. You know, I often say that universities should not reflect the world we live in, but should instead reflect the sort of world we want to live in. You're a reflection of the world we should want to live in. You're a diverse group of inspired and inspiring people who have a tremendous potential to serve our communities. You know that you will be the graduating class of the pandemic. You will have that label the rest of your lives. You will have stories to tell your children and grandchildren. You will go out and make such a difference. And you've been well prepared. Just look how quickly the Business Day Committee pivoted once the pandemic hit and that traditional event had to be canceled. You graduates, you are a reflection of the world we want to live in, and you're part of Memorial's University alumni family. We are so proud of you. We're proud of your dedication and your perseverance. You know, I'm going to say, please stay connected and wear your alumni pin with pride as you move on to the next stage of your life. Again, I'm sorry I didn't unmute myself. I'm here for you, and I'm looking forward to the day that I can meet you in person. Once again, I wish you all the best and congratulations to each and every one of you. And congratulations to all the mom and dads that are out there. They did it. The class did it. Take care and stay safe.
Thank you, Dr. Timmons. Very well said. Now, I would like to introduce you to Matthew Rasky to say a few words on behalf of our undergraduate students. Matthew is graduating with an honors degree in commerce. During his time with us, he was one of 8 business students in Atlantic Canada to receive the Frank H. Sobey Awards for Excellence in Business in 2019. Born and raised in St. John's, Matthew plans to attend law school at Dalhousie University in the fall. The floor is yours, Matthew.
All right, I think I have myself unmuted. Thank you, Dr. Doyle, for that kind introduction. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to say a few words on behalf of the amazing and fantastic class of 2020. It's a shame we can't do this in person, but I'm so glad we can still celebrate together. A huge thank you to the faculty for organizing this webinar. To all the graduates, those with me in commerce, those in business administration, in international business and other programs, congratulations, we made it. It's incredible to think that 4 or 5 years ago, we came here, no mask, no gloves, no Purell, just a pen, a laptop, and a kind of curious anticipation. If you were anything like me, you were probably intimidated by what seemed like an endless road ahead. But we buckled down, we put in the work, we did the readings, or at least some of them. We worked together and challenged each other. We made friendships, connections, and memories that will last a lifetime. And now that we're here at the end of that road, it seems like the time just flew. I'm trying to keep this as free of cliches as possible, but there's one I think is important to remember given our current circumstance. Life is about the journey and not the destination. Degrees aren't earned by walking across a stage, accepting a parchment, and turning a tassel. They're earned by years of painstaking diligence and commitment. Your degree is so much more than a piece of paper to hang on a wall. It's the sum of every early morning lecture, every late night study session, every paper, presentation, and work term. And the fact that we're celebrating a bit differently this year does not in any way diminish that extraordinary achievement. With these degrees, we emerge ready to tackle whatever the future throws our way, whether we are entering the workforce, pursuing higher education, or even starting a business of our own. For the foreseeable future, working and learning might look a bit different than we're used to, but if this degree has taught us one thing, it's how to handle a challenge. If you can survive Tim Jones torching your battery plant in the middle of the sim, then you've got what it takes to thrive in a turbulent business environment. If you can balance a balance sheet for Judy Cumby, then congratulations, you are all assets and no liabilities. If you can ace 8 rounds of Dr. John Fizet's trivia, then you've got the breadth of knowledge to tackle just about any problem. And if you can sell a laundry detergent, a baby product, or a pasta sauce to Dr. Kirby Shanahan, then you can sell yourself to any employer who would be lucky enough to have you. Thanks to the efforts of the outstanding professors and staff here at the Faculty of Business, we, the graduates, are emerging with the skill set and the confidence to build a successful career. To everybody at the faculty, thank you so much for your investment in our futures. And congratulations again to my friends, the class of 2020. Let's be proud of how far we've come, let's keep working hard, and let's always do our best to make the world a better place. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matthew. And I appreciate your honesty that you might not have done all of your readings, but that's okay. I mentioned that Matthew won the Sobey Award during his studies, but I should also tell you that there's another student in your class who won this award, Shailene Barry. She's from Corner Brook, and she was one of this year's winner. She has earned a Bachelor of Commerce Cooperative honors degree. Congratulations to both of them. Next, I'm pleased to introduce you to another familiar face, Jenny Mallard. She's a fellow member of the Commerce class of 2020. Today, she'll play her original song. It's called Launch Fort, and she wrote it for Memorial. Jenny is from Montpearl, and she's been playing music for the past 18 years. So, you know, a long time ago she started. Jenny, whenever you're ready.
Wide-eyed and curious, wondering what's best to do. Cold feet and brand new shoes, you want to do you? So many questions, wondering if or when you'll find the answers. You're feeling lost, but how else can you adventure? You'll learn, you'll see, become the things you want to be. You'll fight, you'll stand, you'll shape the future of this land. You choose your direction, you prepare for rough seas. It's the start of your journey, launch forth into the deep. Body like an earthquake, the shakes will taper off. Breathe in, breathe out, without a doubt, give everything you've got. So many pathways to take, to chase, but all roads, they led you here. You've got the wheel, now it's time for you to steer. You'll learn, you'll see, become the things you want to be. You'll fight, you'll stand, you'll shape the future of this land. You choose your direction, you prepare for rough seas. It's the start of your journey, launch forth into the deep. Land to land, coast to coast, sea to sea. Who's to say who you are or what you'll be? And home is close if it's not where you are, but how you feel. You'll learn, you'll see, become the things you want to be. You'll fight, you'll stand, you'll shape the future of this land. You choose your direction, you prepare for rough seas. It's the start of your journey, launch forth into the deep. It's the start of your journey, launch forth into the deep.
Thank you so much, Jenny. This was beautiful and so very appropriate for this occasion. Now I'm pleased to introduce you to MBA graduate Jennifer Marlowe, who is joining us today from Regina. So there's a connection with Dr. Timmons here. Originally from Churchbridge, Saskatchewan, Jenny holds a Bachelor of Business Administration and a certificate in economics from the University of Regina. She earned a Chartered Professional Accountant's designation in 2017 before coming to Memorial to complete her MBA. Jenny is back in Regina working for the Institute of Chartered Professional Accountants of Saskatchewan as manager of outreach. She's here today to say a few words on behalf of our graduate students. So Jennifer, whenever you're ready.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I am so excited to be joining you today from Saskatchewan for our graduation celebration. Although I would have loved nothing more than to see everyone again and wander down to Kitty Vitty to properly cheers to our accomplishments, I can certainly appreciate some of the positives in all of this. For starters, it might not have been possible for myself and many others to be there in person for the convocation ceremonies. And I am so happy that we are celebrating this milestone accomplishment together. We made the choice to pursue graduate studies and further our careers, and we did it. Many of us while working full-time, raising families, or after moving across the world. That is huge. And while the world looks a lot different now than what we expected when we came out of this journey, we are not entirely navigating the unknown. When we started our graduate programs, it was uncertain. We didn't know if we'd be successful, and some of us really weren't sure what we were getting ourselves into by moving to Newfoundland. My friends here sure thought I was crazy. For those of us who came from away, we might not have known when we would see our families again. We now know that we can be put in these types of scenarios, find our way, and thrive. Business programs are a team sport, and we are very much used to supporting and relying on each other to get us through. Besides, I know that if anybody can get through this time, the Newfoundlanders can. I am so lucky to have gotten to experience your spirit and resiliency during my time at MUN. You are a tough bunch. You will pull together, treat each other with kindness, and help each other get through this as a community. People often ask me why I chose MUN, why I chose Newfoundland of all places to study for my MBA. I would give them reasons, like the fact that MUN students win all the national business competitions, that the business faculty was leading the way in developing programming around social enterprise, and that it offered opportunities like independent research projects and study abroad that other programs simply did not. This is all true, but the completely honest, true story is that I first came to Newfoundland on vacation in the middle of winter, and I absolutely fell in love with the province, and I couldn't wait to go back. So now you probably all think I'm crazy too. To the 2020 graduates of the MER, MBA, and PhD programs, as well as the undergraduate business programs, I would like to say, sometimes you just have to trust your gut. Go where the opportunities lead you. The world needs you right now, so go out there and make a difference, and don't underestimate the potential that you have. Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. This was wonderful. Best of luck for your future. Our next musical guest is another class of 2020 graduate. Hannah Wiseman has received a Bachelor of Business Administration honors degree, but we will see her again in the fall as she's going to join our 2020 cohort of MBA in Social Enterprise and Entrepreneurship. That's wonderful. Hannah is from Gander. And this is where she learned much of her musical prowess. She learned it from her dad, Sean, who is a music teacher. Today, she's going to perform the Fleetwood Mac classic, Don't Stop, which I really like, so I'm very happy. Please welcome Hannah Wiseman.
If you wake up and don't want to smile, if it takes just a little while, open your eyes and look at the day. You'll see things in a different way. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Why not think about times to come and not about the things that you've done? If your life was bad to you, just think what tomorrow can do. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. Ooh, don't you look back. All I want is to see you smile. If it takes just a little while, I know you don't believe that it's true. I never meant any harm to you. Don't stop thinking about tomorrow. Don't stop, it'll soon be here. It'll be here better than before. Yesterday's gone, yesterday's gone. Ooh, don't you look back. 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 Thank you.
This was wonderful, a wonderful father and daughter performance, and it was really hard not to dance, I tell you. Now, we know him as a graduate, but you likely know him from his stand-up comedy in and around the province. Matt Wright has appeared at two Just for Laughs Gala in 2017 and 2018, as well as on CBC's The Debaters and the Winnipeg and Halifax comedy festivals. He was a staff writer at CBC's This Hour Has 32 Minutes for 3 seasons, and in 2019 released a live comedy album entitled Existing is Exhausting. Matt, we are very, very happy that you could join us today. The floor is yours.
I'm just kidding. I'm not muted. I'm just. Hi guys. My name is Matt Wright. I went to business school. This is where I got this jacket, and I'm very happy to be here. I remember when I graduated, I told my mom shortly after that I was going to start doing comedy, and she was like, "Oh, I think I just got postpartum depression." So that has been good, but it's been a good ride. I graduated in 2011, and now I make my living in comedy. So being asked to do this is a very confusing honor for me, but I'm super happy to be here. I love it. My manager got an email. He was like, "I got an email from Memorial. They want to book you for 3 to 4 minutes of comedy." And I was like, that is very nice and very specific. I've never been booked for 4 minutes before. This is nice. That's usually like 40 is normal, but I love it. I love it. This is perfect. I hadn't worked in 2 months. This is probably all I can do. And I also love the idea of people being in a room and being like, "We should get a comedian for this." And they're like, "Yeah, maybe." I'm like, "Okay, how long were you thinking?" They're like, "Oh, not long, just like 5 minutes." And someone was like, "Whoa, whoa, 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 5 is pushing it. Maybe 4. 4 is probably gonna cut it." They're like, "No, no, he's a Mun graduate." They're like, "No, no, I checked his transcript and he got a 33 in computer science." And they're like, "Okay, 3 to 4 minutes, we'll probably do it. That'll probably be fine." But that's enough about you. That's enough about me, because this day is about you, and I'm going to be muted in 90 seconds. So I would like to congratulate everyone. I'm just kidding, obviously. This is a massive accomplishment, and it comes with a lot of joy, but also a bit of uncertainty, even if you're not like trapped in a pandemic. But congrats to all of you. Congrats to the parents. Pray your children do not end up comedians. But congratulations to all you have done. I know everyone wants to get in the workforce and be successful, but it's not. This is not that time, It's a weird, slow time. It's like this is the time to contemplate and, I don't know, slow down and plant vegetables that will never grow, because apparently, according to Google, they need something called the sun, which we don't have here. But there is a great Mitch Hedberg joke that I love, which is that I'm tired of chasing my dreams. I'm just going to ask where they're going and hook up with them later. I think that's perfect for all of this. And your dreams are still out there. They are social distancing, wearing masks, and wiping down doors with Lysol wipes. So just for today, I think just take some time and appreciate what you've done, and just be proud of yourself, because there will come a time that you're burnt out at your job and be like, "Man, I would love to sit on the couch for 2 to 4 months right now." And I don't think, you'll ever get it again. So just relax and celebrate. Maybe get in a hammock. You guys ever get in a hammock? Being in a hammock is so relaxing that it only takes 5 minutes in a hammock to realize how stressful it was to get into that hammock. So I don't know, really. To everyone who did very well, got 4.0s, amazing job. To everyone who did pretty good and grinded through, hello, you're still going to be fine. Congratulations. I can tell you for sure that they will let you do the late show at Yuck Yuck's Ajax. It'll be okay. I promise. But, okay, how do I close this up? All right, what did I learn? When I think about what I learned, I don't think about marketing or accounting or 1/3 of computer science. I think mostly I'm glad that I learned, how to learn at all. And I think you should kind of, just keep that going. Everything that you're good at, you used to suck at. So you will get better. Keep on keeping on, and follow your gut. And maybe you'll be in my position one day, wearing a suit jacket and pajama pants, speaking to the future leaders of our province for an allotted time of 3 to 4 minutes. Thank you, and congratulations. Take care.
Computer science, eh? It seems you've been traumatized by this a bit. Well, thank you very much, Matt. Now it's my great pleasure to welcome our final special guest today, Alan Doyle. Alan burst onto the scene as the lead singer of Great Big Sea in the 90s, and people across the world fell in love with his boundless charisma, charming sense of humor, and magnetic stage presence. Great Big Sea became one of Newfoundland and Labrador best known sports, and indeed was one of the most influential band in Canada over the past 3 decades. Now Alan is a solo artist, an actor who's released his best-selling memoir, Where I Belong, in 2014. In 2017, he released his second book in Canada, Always Going Somewhere, Always Coming Home. And the same year, he was named a member of the Order of Canada. Please welcome Alan Doyle.
Hello, everyone. Thanks, Matt. That was perfect and well said. I want to thank Dr. Gillian right off the top. Well, first of all, thank you, Dr. Dostley, for putting this all together and for letting us gather whatever way we can. I'm pleased to be able to do it. I want to thank Dr. Gillian, who played the flute off the top, and that was for a fella who was just going to sing an a cappella song or two. That's quite an intimidating act to follow, let me tell you right now. It seems like I bet she knows the chords, like with the small numbers and the hashtags and minors and everything in it. I mean, it's above me. I want to thank Jenny because I love that song. It's great to hear from you, girl. It's really good. And I was very thrilled to hear Hannah sing earlier, and it was about 3 chords into that song that I think I recognized the guy over your left-hand shoulder. I'm pretty sure I did. I am right, aren't I? And I think, there you were. Yeah, there you were. I used to line up to go to the First City Motel to see him. I'm 99% sure that's the same dude right there. Yeah, of course. Nice to see you all. And thank you all, Doctor, for getting us all together, I must say. And I enjoyed hearing from Jennifer and Matthew as well. And let me start with a little song. Today is a special day where you mark the different pillars of your life that will make home for you. And no matter where you go in the world, I suppose, just like Jennifer spoke of, I hope that Newfoundland and St. John's and the campus remains part of home for you. Excuse me. Well, I have wandered far too long. My weary bones are heavy spent. Now won't you lay me down to rest on a pillow fit for a journey's end, where my own father plowed the ground, and he set a table poor but proud. Oh, in the house where I was born, let my sleep be safe and warm. And in my heart, so sadly sweet, the dream of home, the dream of home. It touches my soul, too soft to flee, when far o'er the sea or land I roam. Through all my days in foreign lands, through all my dark and distant nights, pictures of you so close at hand, and thoughts of you would fill my mind. And though my passage has been long and staid, my first affections never fade. And though my course has been oft confused, my way has always led to you. And in my heart, so sadly sweet, the dream of home, the dream of home. It touches my soul, too soft to flee, when far o'er the sea or land I roam. And when my story's all but told, let the final chapter tell of victories in lands of gold, and how the mighty villains fell. But if I could hope for just one thing, one final chorus I could sing, well, I'd lift a cup with all my friends, and I'd cheer that we made it home again. And in my heart, so sadly sweet, the dream of home, the dream of home. It touches my soul, too soft to flee, when far o'er the sea or land I roam. It touches my soul, too soft to flee, when far o'er the sea or land I roam. Dream of home for you. Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you. We don't have a ton of time. I'll be very brief in a couple of quick remarks, because I thought that the others covered some things very wisely. And I will say this: there's a tendency when you go to university, coming out of high school, that it feels like a big step. it feels like a big, a giant leap, if you will. And perhaps, as you go through your years at university and you're looking ahead to what comes next, there might be a tendency today to not think that much of it. And, to think, well, it's just, not a big deal. Well, I'm here to tell you that it is. It is a big deal. It's a marker, as Matthew and as Matt said as well, that you have forever. And I want to offer you a sincere congratulations, not just because of the academic achievement that's being accomplished here today, because you guys know how to do the math and stuff like that, and which for a fella who can count to 4 occasionally is quite impressive. But also because it's a personal achievement, and it's a demonstration that you can set your mind to whatever you want to do and do it. And it's not an easy thing. So today is a big deal. And I always like to say, that today is not the end of your education. It might be the end of your formal education for some of you. And it may be, some of you may be going on to do other things. But if I could tell you one thing, I would say that don't ever stop learning. This is my favorite people that I've been lucky enough to meet around the world are the people who keep their eyes open and are always learning. And my least favorite people are the people who close their eyes and don't feel like they need to. So carry on, and it'll all be good. A little song. I'm almost over time. So how about a chorus and a verse of this one all together? It'll help us get through to the next phase. We'll rant and we'll roar like true Newfoundlanders. We'll rant and we'll roar on deck and below until we strikes bottom inside the 2 sunkers. When straight through the channel to Toslow we'll go. I'm a son of a sea cook, I'm a cook on a trader. I can dance, I can sing, I can reef the main boom. I can handle a jigger, and I cuts a fine figure. Whenever I gets in a boat standing room. Now we'll rant and we'll roar like true Newfoundlanders. We'll rant and we'll roar on deck and below until we strikes bottom inside the 2 sunkers. When straight through the channel to Toslow we'll go. When straight through the channel to Toslow we'll go. Congratulations on a great achievement, everybody.
Thank you very, very much, Alan. So not only you sing well, but you talk really well. And I really love the neat guitar collection in the background. Thank you very much for this. And well, I'd like to thank all of our guests today. We really appreciate you joining us to celebrate our MON Business Class of 2020. That wraps up our celebration. But before I say goodbye, I need to thank everyone who was watching us live today. This has been recorded. We will share it with you. You can rewatch and share it with friends and family. On that note, I would like to give a very special thanks to Professor Lyle Wett. She's the one in mission control and making all this possible from a technical standpoint. So thank you very, very much, Lyle, for helping with the broadcast today. To everyone joining us today, I thank you for being part of the journeys of our graduates. And for the class of 2020, I have a few words to say. I'll be brief because, all these people are a rather tough act to follow. As graduate, and it's the first time that I can say that you are alumni, you're ambassador of Memorial and ambassadors of the Faculty of Business Administration. And I'm sure regardless of what you do, regardless of how much you accomplish, you will represent us well through your excellence, your honor, and your integrity. Please remember to keep in touch. We love it when alumni drop by and visit and share their experience with our students. We love it when alumni hire work-term students and provide opportunities for students to learn and grow outside of the classroom. Our alumni have supported you with scholarships, awards, bursaries, travel funding, competition support. And we hope you remember the impact that these supports had on your experience. And we hope that you will provide the same for future business students. You know, it takes a community to prepare tomorrow's business leaders. Until now, your role in this community has been as beneficiaries and students. Now, as alumni, your role will be to change to that of supporters, mentors, influencers. And I like to dream, you know, maybe one day we have a classroom under your name, or a building, or a business school. We can dream. Your time at the business faculty has helped you build that foundation for success, and it's a solid ground on which you can, where you can stand when times get tough. Remember that you have what it takes. You have the skills, you have the passions to make a difference in your life and in the life of others. So, and this is where I get emotional. I know I speak for everyone at the business faculty when I say that we are very, very proud of you, and we wish you all the success in your lives. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today, and congratulations to the MON Business Class of 2020. Thanks, everyone.